Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today's reading, we're going to be looking at a goal that you have for yourself. And Spirit is going to show you what you need to do to get there, to achieve your goal. So I've got 3 readings. I've got a card pulled from each reading. Group 1, your card is the 6 of Swords. Group 2, your card is the Knight of Wands. And group 3, your card is the Knight of Cups. So pick a card, pick a group number, whatever resonates with you. All you have to do is go down into the description box, click on the timestamp for that reading, and it'll take you straight there. And I will see you there. Thanks, y'all. Hey, group 1. All right, we are going to take a look at a goal that you have and the steps you need to take to achieve it, according to Spirit, right? So your card, your initial card, is the 6 of Swords. And let me just see what I get from this and from Spirit on this so that we can identify what this goal is or what this message is about specifically for you. It should help you know if you're in the right reading or not. Give me one sec. Spirit is saying this reading for group 1 is about where to put your energy and your focus in order to achieve the next level of a goal that you have. They're saying this goal is a new beginning for you. You're trying to start something new. Whether this is a new job, a new career, it could even be a new location. Something that you want to achieve, though, around a new beginning. And they're going to help you know where to put your focus, where to put your energy in order to get there. Anything else you want to say about this, Spirit, this card? Okay. All right, so let's get some tarot cards out on the table and see what Spirit wants to tell you. I've got 2 different decks here so that we can get a full scope of the message. And then I have a final message, a postcard from Spirit for you at the end. We have the Hierophant, the 4 of Cups in reverse. I'm sorry, the Hierophant is reversed as well. 4 of Cups reversed, 8 of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands. And we'll pull one more as an advice card. Specific advice from Spirit. And the advice is the 6 of Cups in reverse. Okay. All right. If you give me just a second, I want to take these cards in and get some initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. So hold on one sec, y'all. Okay. Let me make sure that's right. Spirit is okay. Spirit is saying that you need to throw away everything you have learned about this situation, about this goal that you are working toward. Spirit saying you've learned a lot of incredible things. And it's not that what you've learned is incorrect or not good for you. But what you have learned in some ways can be of a hindrance to your specific growth. The way it's always been done is not necessarily the way for you. Okay. Anything else, Spirit, before we get into the cards? Yeah, Spirit's clarifying. They're saying it's not so much that you're going to forget everything you've learned, because first of all, it's really not possible, right? But they're saying what you need to do is bypass it. You need to go beyond what you have learned and create your own rules for yourself, right? Because this is about you and your goal and how you need to achieve it. So someone else's protocol, someone else's steps that they may have given you, someone else's rules are not going to be quite so applicable to you. And so what you're going to need to learn is how to create your own rules and how to know when something is right for you. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. I'm going to start this reading off with some controversial advice here. All right. So your first card is the Hierophant in reverse. And I guess this is no surprise. The Hierophant is a teacher. And it's a very traditional teacher. One that has had rules passed on to them. And they therefore pass them on to others. It can be very strict, very conservative, very, Spirit is saying, confining, particularly for you. So this validates their initial message here, because the Hierophant is in reverse. They're saying you need to hear, if there's somebody that's teaching you, maybe you're taking classes, maybe you have a mentor, something like that. Or maybe you're just learning through books or videos or something. You're learning something. Or you have. But if you are currently, Spirit is saying, don't disregard the classes. Take the classes. Hear what they have to say. Be attentive. Practice. Do what they tell you. And then start over with your own set of rules. It's kind of the philosophy of learn the rules so that you can break them, essentially. Spirit is wanting you to be mindful of, when you're learning, what is practice, what is tradition, what is maybe ritual in some cases, and what really makes sense to you. Pay attention to how your energy feels when you do certain things, their way versus your way, or even just their way. If your energy, if it just doesn't, if you don't feel connected to something, step back and see if there is a way you can make this your own. And obviously I shouldn't even have to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Obviously by breaking the rules, we're not talking about breaking the law, right? We're not hurting anybody. We're not doing anything that could get you in trouble. It's the cliche of thinking outside the box, right? Teachers, other sources, books, they give you the box. They give you what they have learned, what has been passed down to them They're trying to give you a way to get from A to B to C. And Spirit is saying there's nothing wrong with that. But for you in particular, and your particular goal, you need to think beyond that. Because for you, some of these rules just are not going to apply. They're not going to help you. They're going to get in your way. And they're saying you are a creative spirit, right? You're a creative thinker, creative problem solver, a creative dreamer. Allow yourself to dream and create a way that works for you that may not work for others, but also may not have been tried by others. Don't be afraid to be radically different here. Because there's nothing saying that you can't. And Spirit is saying you should be different. So, okay? All right. Then we have the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, Spirit is saying, I'm going to tell you what they said, and then I'm going to try to clarify with them. They're saying you have to take the good with the bad. And again, I think this has to do with lessons and learning, but let me clarify with them. Yeah, it does have to do with your learning. So you want to take the good with the bad, and learn to recognize, again, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. But even aside from that, as you are working towards your goal, not just learning, but working toward it, and for everybody it'll be different depending on what your goal is, right? But you're moving towards something new, which means that there is some learning involved and also some trial and error. Yeah, Spirit is highlighting that trial and error. Try. If it doesn't work, throw it away. Just like this cup. If it doesn't work, throw it away. If it doesn't feel right to you, toss it aside. The Spirit is saying be an experimenter. Treat it as though no one has done this, what you want to do, before. And practice and try things and experiment and get creative and write your own rules. Not for anyone else to follow necessarily, but for you. Yeah, again, they're saying act like no one has ever done this before. And most likely what you are doing, other people have done this before, because they are highlighting, lessons that you have or are learning from someone else. But they want you to get into that mindset. They want you to put your focus there. Be the Thomas Edison and say, okay, how am I gonna do this thing that no one's ever done before? And try everything you can think of. And when something works, write it down. When something doesn't work, write it down somewhere else. Have a this works and this doesn't work column. But you have to try a little bit of everything in order to know what to keep. Okay. All right, so moving on. Then we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Spirit is saying be careful what you listen to, who you listen to, and what you believe. Even this, right? They're even acknowledging this reading. If you're watching this reading and you're going, that doesn't feel right to me, trust your gut, right? Trust your gut, trust your heart, and follow that. But when other people are telling you, you have to do A, B, C, or you'll never get to D, right? Or it has to be just like this, or it's wrong. Or you can't do it like that because, or it can't be done like that, right? You understand what I'm saying, right? When you hear those voices, whether it's people in your life, people in a class you're taking, a teacher, a book, a video, wherever you're getting information or wherever people insert themselves, if it's someone trying to tell you how to do this potentially brand new thing that you're doing, politely acknowledge their guidance and their feedback and their suggestion, and then move on and do your thing your way, because that's where the magic is. The Spirit is saying the magic is in you finding the answers for yourself. Okay, anything else on this Eight of Wands? Okay. All right. Then we have the Ace of Wands. They're saying be bold. Allow inspiration to come to you as if by magic or by spirit, by the universe, by God, whatever you believe. When you feel inspired, it's for a reason. It means there's something there. When you do something, when you try something, and it gives you chills, right? It gets you excited because, like, whoa, that was cool, that was exciting. Pay attention and do it that way. If you're someone who, like me, or in any level, who gets messages from Spirit, I mean, we all get messages. It's just whether or not we listen and hear them. But if you do get them and you hear them, or you see them, pay attention. Write it down. Make a note of it. If you get signs, right? We all get signs if we're paying attention. Feathers on the sidewalk, where you wouldn't expect a feather to be, a coin somewhere where it shouldn't be. Maybe you're driving by a billboard that speaks to you, something, that you just kind of know in your gut, like, well, that was interesting. Take note of where you are, what's around you, what you were thinking about, what comes to you at that moment, because it may be a little spark from Spirit to help you find these answers you're looking for. Okay. All right. Very, very interesting. Okay. We're going to pull some more cards, see what else Spirit can tell us here. Okay. First card is the Beyond. This is not a typical tarot card, but it's called the Beyond. I'll read the words on it. It says, apathy, mistrust, doubt. Okay. Then we have the Hanged Man, and it says perspective, letting go, pause. We have the Five of Matches, which is the Five of Wands in reverse, and it says compromise, cooperation, agreement. And the Seven of Buttons, which is the Seven of Pentacles, and it says perseverance, diligence, rewards. And I'll pull one more for your advice card, although it's all advice, really, but they do like to give one final advice card, And then you have the moon reverse, and it says repression, confusion, and fear. Okay. So the Hierophant reversed, we talked about that. The Beyond reversed, apathy, mistrust, doubt. They're highlighting the word doubt. They're wanting you to question things and not just accept others at their word, even if they're very, very good at what they do and they have a long record of experience. I'm not getting that you should in any way disrespect them in whatsoever, because they've gotten to where they are for a reason. But for your own goals, for your own progress, for your own achievement, Spirit is giving you specific guidance to question everything, to go beyond what you're being told and taught. And with this apathy word, if something doesn't spark any amount of inspiration or motivation in you, if it doesn't feel like that thing helps you, let it go. Let it go. All right, so with the Four of Cups reversed and the Hanged Man, and again, they said before, take the good with the bad, decide for yourself. And here it says perspective, letting go, pause. Yeah, it's a card about reflecting, right? Paying attention instead of just doing things by rote, right? I mean, we learn, when we're in school, we take notes. Step one is this, step two is this, and that's what we learn and that's what we do. Spirit is saying you need to be bolder now. Be more bold in your thinking, right? Allow yourself to look at the steps, at whatever it is that you're being given by someone else or by an institution, and allow yourself to consider if it holds true for you. Pause, consider, and let go of those things that are not true for you. Okay, so then we have the Eight of Wands reversed and the Five of Wands reversed. Again, the words are compromise, cooperation, agreement. We talked about this before. When somebody tells you it can't be done this way, why are you doing it different? Don't say this, you got to do it that way. This isn't about competing. It isn't about arguing or fighting or proving anyone wrong, because what they're telling you is right. In most cases, I'm assuming. It's right for them and it's probably right for others. But only you can decide if it's right for you. And Spirit is indicating that a lot of what you're being taught or have learned is not right for you. So cooperate, agree with them, tell them thank you, acknowledge their advice, appreciate their experience that they're sharing, and compromise by telling them you will consider it, right? And do just that. Consider whether it does make sense for you. All right, Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, perseverance, diligence, rewards. Just stick with it. Keep trying. I keep just getting this image of Thomas Edison, like trying this, trying this, trying this, trying this, getting it wrong a million times, but keeping note of what things work and what things don't work. And then, as that list of things that work starts to build, you start combining those things and doing those things together and doing more of the things that work and letting go of the things that don't. It's staying diligent to your goal, but being true to yourself at the same time and true to your process. Because Spirit is saying you do things differently anyway. You're that kind of person. You're a creative problem solver. It is in your nature to kind of find your own way or find your own niche. So for you to suddenly just do everything exactly the way everyone else does it probably feels stifling for you anyway. So be true to who you are. This process probably feels refreshing to you, right? All right. Anything else before we go to the advice, Spirit? Okay. All right. So we have here the Six of Cups reversed and the Moon reversed. Okay. They're starting with the Six of Cups. They're saying, don't be a people pleaser. You know, if you notice on this card, it's not the traditional meaning of the Six of Cups, but you can see on here it's like a puppet show and all the people are laughing, clapping, and good job. Spirit's saying no. Don't be a people pleaser. Unless it's like your customer, right? It's your end user. But when it comes to people that are around you who are helping you learn, who are teaching you, even both, you know, be kind, be considerate, have integrity. But don't be a people pleaser. Don't do things just because you want people to like you and think you do a good job. Do them because you know it works for you. Right? In this instance, and I'm assuming for you, this is some kind of personal goal. It may be, you know, a professional goal. And if you're at a job, you can't just say, I'm not doing it your way, boss, right? That's where the respect comes in. That's where the compromise and the cooperation comes in. Yes, you have to keep your job, so you have to respect your boss, but hopefully you're in a place and in a position where you can try things, try to do things differently. Okay? And with the Moon reversed, tell them what? Okay, they're wanting me to come back here and say, look, if it is your, you know, if you do have a job and your goal is to get ahead in your job, this is not about your job. It's not about your boss. It is about your goals and how you can achieve them. So you don't want to just like tell your boss to, you know, take a hike and you're going to do things your way or the highway kind of thing. Absolutely not. Spirit would never advise you to disrespect someone. But it's not about your boss and it's not about your job. This is about your goal. So if your goal is, I want to, for example, I want to reach, you know, a senior level marketing position, for example. Or CEO, I don't know. You know, that's your goal. Or maybe your goal is, maybe you're just in college and your goal is to land a great job. And you're doing what everybody's telling you to do as far as the interview and the resume, and you're doing all those things. Remember, it's not about the job. It's not about the boss. It's not about the person at the other side of the table in the interview. It's about you and your goals. Be creative. Don't do something just because someone else told you it's the right way. Follow your own gut. Follow your own inner compass and your own experiments. Practice. Try. Find clarity within yourself with this Moon card in reverse. Don't be afraid to try. Trying and failing and trying and failing and trying and failing is the only way you're going to get to the highest level of your goal, of what you want to achieve. Can you get to some level just by following the rules? Absolutely. Of course you can. People do it every day. But Spirit wants you to go beyond that because you are a creative thinker. You are a problem solver. So don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to fail. The only thing you should be afraid of is being exactly like everybody else, because you're not. You're not, and you're not meant to be. Okay, anything else on that before we get to the final card, Spirit? Say that again. They're saying be free. Be free. Allow yourself to be free. So, okay. All right, so your postcard from Spirit, on the back it says, I think it says you shine brightly. It's very, very faint. I'm going to hold this up in case some people like to take a screenshot of it because it's so much writing. Maybe you want to save it, read it later. But I'm going to read it to you. It says, dearest you, all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful. Praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that will bring you only more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty, so you will be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy, especially the inspired epiphanies, those sparks of inspiration from Spirit. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. So there's something you want very, very badly, and they're acknowledging that. And they're saying, you don't have to beg for it. We know you want it. We're telling you how to get there. And in the meantime, we're going to drop you sparks of inspiration, ideas that are going to help you along the way. All right, group one, I hope that was helpful. What an interesting reading. I was not expecting that. I don't know if I'm ever expecting anything, but that was very interesting for me to witness anyway. So I hope it resonated with you. I hope you found it helpful. I hope it helps you get where you want to go. And I would just want to thank you so much for being here and for watching, listening, supporting my channel, sharing these messages with others if you think it'll help them. And I'll just see you next time. Thank you guys. Bye-bye. Hey, group two. All right, we're going to take a look at a goal that you have and what you need to do to achieve it. You know, what do you need to do next? So your card is the Knight of Wands. And let me just see what messages I can get from Spirit here, just so we can identify what your goal is, make sure you're in the right place. So hold on one sec. They're saying that you want to be faster at something. I'm going to need more information on that, please, Spirit. So, okay. So it can be in any number of areas, but there's something that you want to improve, get faster at, get better at, quicker at. So this may be fitness related. It may be, something that you're learning and you want to catch on quicker. Give me some other examples, Spirit. Sales, it could be sales, right? You want to be able to, whatever you sell more quickly. Maybe you're on a goal, maybe you're in college and you want to graduate more quickly. But there is a goal here to either finish sooner or be faster, quicker at something. I know that seems pretty vague, but being a general reading, I guess, it's fitting a lot of people into one box, but hopefully you recognize that as you in some way. If you don't recognize that as you, try one of the other readings. Or if you're still feeling called to this reading, listen anyway, because there may be messages here that you're meant to hear, some advice, some guidance that you're meant to hear. Even if the whole reading isn't yours, there may be nuggets here that that are going to help you. So do what feels right to you. All right, let's get some tarot cards out and let's see what Spirit can tell us. Okay. All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. And I'm going to pull one more as your advice card. Oh, okay. And your advice is the Six of Cups. Okay. I'll move this over a bit. Okay. All right. Okay. Give me just a second. I want to take these cards in, get some initial messages from Spirit for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. And then, of course, I've got some other tarot cards and a final message card for you at the end. So give me just a second, y'all. Again, Spirit is saying your goal is to be quicker at something. But they're saying there's more to it than that. And it's important that you understand. Being quicker at something is a solid goal. They're saying we applaud you for that. Because you're understanding some aspect, some nuance of what you're doing or what you're working toward benefits from being faster, right? For instance, I'm just going to jump in here. For instance, sales. You're in sales. You want to get quicker at selling whatever it is you sell. Now, some people would just say, well, my goal is to make more money, right? Recognizing that being quicker at selling means that you have more opportunity to sell more. So it just sort of, it puts a target on a goal that is smart, right? And this can apply towards, again, any whatever area that it is resonating for you. Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead, good Spirit. I'll let you finish. Okay, so while yes, there's something to applaud for wanting to be quicker at something. It's because that's you recognizing that there is a nuance in what you do that would benefit from being quicker. Spirit is saying, however, that your goal should not be to be quicker necessarily, but to be better. Even if it takes longer. Because that will bring more longevity to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. So let's just put it in like real terms. Let's call it running, right? You have a goal, you want to run faster. I don't think that's probably what most of your goal is, but it puts it in kind of some neutral terms for everybody. Your goal is to run faster. Okay. Spirit's saying that's a great goal, but your goal really should be to run better. Because by running better, your mechanics are better. You're working more efficiently. And by virtue of being a better runner, you will become a quicker runner. But better should come first. Otherwise, you could become a really fast runner who ends up hurting themselves, damaging their body, causing irreparable harm to themselves, right? So that's just a very neutral example. This could be you in your job. It could, like I said, could be in school. Yes, you may want to graduate sooner. You want to get there quicker. Focus on being better rather than faster. It's a message they really want you to have. Okay? What else, Spirit? Okay, all right, so we're going to jump into the cards then. So your first card is the Ten of Pentacles. They're acknowledging that you have big aspirations and that being faster, or in this case being better, if you follow their advice, is just one piece of a bigger goal that you have. Like the Ten of Pentacles, right? The couple in the Ten of Pentacles, they have everything. They have a full life. They have, they have money. They have a beautiful home. They have a lovely family. They have pets. They have beautiful garden on the typical card, right? They've got it all. Spirit's saying we recognize you want it all too. And we give you credit for focusing on individual pieces of your goal. And we're going to help you do that. To be able to take this bigger goal, take it apart into pieces, and work on them separately. That being said, y'all, it may, just getting this message from them here, it may be worthwhile to check out the other two readings as well, because they're kind of referencing different pieces of the same bigger goal. And so those other two readings may resonate as well. They might not, no pressure, but they might. So you may get more information by checking those out. All right, what else did you want to say about the Ten of Pentacles, Spirit? Okay, they're saying as you get better at whatever it is you want to do, you will become more comfortable. It'll become more natural. And they're pointing out this couple on the card that's playing chess. And, if you've ever seen like any of the movies about chess, or maybe you play chess or watched others, really, really good players play, they become so good at it, so skilled at it, that their mind, their hands, everything just moves. It all moves so quickly, right? Their goal, when you're trying to become a professional chess player, I think that's what they're called, their goal is never to be fast. Fast is a byproduct of being really, really good. So focus on that. Again, it's a message of focus on being better rather than either getting there faster or being quicker at it. Okay. All right. Then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me what you want to say about this, Spirit. They're talking about how pages are messengers. They bring you information that you need, and in this case, in some tangible aspect, some piece of your goal. What they're telling me here with this page being reversed is that there is information you're going to be getting. There's going to be things that you learn. There's going to be skills that you gain. There may be teachers or mentors that come in. And all of those things first of all, they take time to get through all of those things, but also they build on each other. Okay. So they're saying be patient, because they can't send you all of the resources you need at once. So going back to the runner analogy, you want to be a quicker runner, which means you need to become a better runner. So you get a coach, and that coach is great. But you may also need some kind of, physical therapist. You may need, I don't know what other things runners need. I probably picked a bad analogy. You may at some point need a different coach who can take you to the next level. You may need to meet other people that you can compete against on your same level. These things build on each other. They don't happen overnight, and they don't all happen at once. So they're asking you to be patient and wait for resources to come in that will help you learn, to help you build on what you know, to help you grow and become stronger and better, and then faster. Anything else on that, Spirit? Okay. All right, then we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so they are saying, yes, you have to allow for resources to come in for you. But you also need to get busy, practicing, working on, studying, learning, whatever it is, what you do have in front of you. So what they're telling me is, yes, you have to wait for all these resources to come in, but don't wait for all of them to come in before you take action. What they're trying to tell you here is that it's a process, right? They understand your bigger goal, and the pieces are going to come in as you're ready for them. But in the meantime, get busy, get busy, get busy. Keep working at it, keep working at it, keep working. Don't waste time looking for more resources. Focus on the ones you have, and they will help you get to the level where you're ready for the next resource to come in. And I hope that makes sense to y'all. I know it's a little bit vague because this is a kind of a vague goal, but if you know exactly what your goal is and what you're trying to speed up, so hopefully you can put these things into your own terms. Okay. Finally, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. All right, the final thing they're saying here, not the final, we still got more to say, but the final card here of this row is to let go of, they're saying let go of the results for now. Don't focus on the results right now. Don't focus so much on how fast you are, or if it's in sales, what the numbers are, or if it's fitness, how quick you are, how much weight you can lift. I don't know. Let go of the results right now, because you're still in a process of growing and building and learning and putting the pieces together. So if you focus too much on the results right now, they're saying you're going to scramble yourself, which is an interesting way to put it. But I think what they're saying is that you're going to divert your attention from where it should be, which is working on being better, so that you can become faster, so that you can grow your entire goal. So again, if you're in sales, You want to get better at sales. So you're taking classes on, how to sell. Maybe you're learning from somebody. You are, you're actively in sales, trying to sell something, right? And yes, if you're in sales and you're relying on the money, you have to focus a little bit on the results, right? Because that's your money. But if you focus too much on the outcome, you lose something in the process. And I used to be in sales, so I do understand this a little bit, right? When you're in sales, you really want to focus on, truthfully, how you can help this person. What is it they really are looking for? So you're selling them a car, for instance, or they come in looking for a car. What is it they're really looking for? What are their pain points? What are they trying to accomplish? There's more to it than just yes or no in any sales field, especially the bigger the product, right? So if you're focused solely on the result, all you're trying to do is close the sale. And there's nothing wrong with that, except you're missing the sales part in the middle. If you become a better salesperson, you will sell more, and you will sell more quickly. You will get there faster. You'll do it more often. It'll come more naturally, and you will naturally get to this 10 of Pentacles. So let go of the results right now. So right now you might not be batting 1,000. You might be losing some sales. But if you're learning from everyone that you miss, then you haven't failed. You haven't truly lost. Because if you're learning from every no that you get, that knowledge builds and it builds and it builds. And eventually you have this skill set that is so expansive and all-encompassing that you could sell to anyone, and you could sell anything to anyone, because you've learned so much from every time you didn't get the sale. So don't focus so much on the results. All right, let's get some more cards. Let's see what else Spirit can tell us. They're saying the process is so much more important right now than the end result. The end result will benefit from the process. So don't be in too much of a hurry. All right, we have the King of Matches, King of Wands in reverse. We have the Nine of Buttons, which is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Page of Buttons, or Page of Pentacles. Nine of Needles, or Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh. And let's pull one for your advice card. No. Okay. And Strength. Okay. So 10 of Pentacles and the King of Matches reversed. I'm going to read you the words on here. It says poor leader, unrealistic, and overbearing. You do have a bigger goal. Spirit is acknowledging that. But they're not saying your goal is unrealistic. It's not unrealistic. What they are saying is that if you don't treat the process with the full respect that it deserves, this goal will eventually lose steam. You have to be the leader of your own goal. What else did you want to say about this, Spirit? They're saying exactly what I just said. Be the leader of your own goal. They're saying be the master of your destiny. They're saying don't throw away this bigger picture just because you're in a hurry or because you want results faster. You want results, and they will come. Spirit saying, we will bring you the resources you need to learn what you need to know, to become the leader of your own goal and your own destiny. Okay. So Page of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And I'll read you the words on here. It says overextended, dependency, and beyond means. Okay. They're acknowledging that realistically, this is not something that you can do alone. Certainly not if you want to get there fast, right? So they are bringing you resources. But where it says here, overextended, they're telling me we can't overburden you with all of the resources at once because you will burn out. It won't last. We understand there's a give and a take. Yes, you need to learn or you need, resources of some kind, but also if you're in this for the long haul, and they believe that you are, then Spirit needs to be conscious of your ability to take on more. And so when you're ready, they bring in more. Anything else you wanted to say about that, Spirit? Spirit wants you to be aware when the resources show up. So whether it's a teacher, maybe it's a class you see online or somewhere. Maybe it's somebody who offers to tutor you or help you or mentor you. Maybe it's a book you find. It could be any number of things, but when you see something and you think, oh, I bet that might help me, it's not an accident, right? So keep your eyes open for these resources because Spirit is going to drop them into you as you need them and as you're ready for them. But you also have to be willing to pick them up and run with them. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man in reverse and the Page of Buttons or the Page of Pentacles. And the words on here say endeavor, manifestation, and foundation. So yes, while you're learning, get out there and do whatever it is you're trying to do. Get out and do it, right? Don't worry if you fail. Don't worry if you mess up. Don't worry if you lose a sale here and there or if you get something wrong. It's part of the process. Remind yourself that you are learning. Pages are messengers, but they are also students, and you are a student in some way, student of life in some way, right? You're trying to learn how to do something or get better at something. They're wanting you to focus on the foundation. I'm going to take that back. Spirit is saying we are focusing on the foundation so that you don't even have to. In other words, Spirit is going to help you build a solid base for whatever it is you're trying to do, so that as it builds, it doesn't all come crashing down. They're saying what you need to focus on is, working on it, practicing, being open, win or lose, back to the runner analogy, trying to become a faster, better runner. You're going to lose some races. If you're not losing races, then you're not competing against people who are at a tough enough level. Right? So, they're going to help you build the foundation. You work on your practice. You work on manifesting what you want from your heart, and then taking action. Just working on it. Win or lose, keep trying. And as you keep trying, you're going to keep learning. And as you keep learning, Spirit will bring you more resources. Okay, so finally, 4 of Pentacles reversed and the 9 of Swords reversed. And the words on here say letting go, hope, coping. Again, it's a message of letting go. Don't worry about the results. Let go. Don't worry. It's a big message of the 9 of Swords in reverse. Don't worry. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't make any minor, what you would call failure, become a deal breaker for you. None of this should be a deal breaker for you if this is your true goal. Spirit doesn't want it to be. Learn from mistakes. Learn from the no's. Learn from every time what you're trying to do doesn't work. And don't worry so much about the results. Focus on what you're learning rather than necessarily what you're accomplishing right now. All right. Anything else, Spirit, before we talk about advice? Okay. All right, so we have 6 of Cups and we have the Strength card. And the Strength card, the words on the Strength card say self-mastery, control, and discipline. But we're going to start with the 6 of Cups. And they're specifically drawing me to the artwork on this card. I'll make sure you guys can see it well enough. And interestingly, Group 1 has this as their advice card, but in reverse, but very different meaning. For you, upright, the 6 of Cups, with this puppet show here, the people laughing and clapping, and Spirit is saying, allow this to be play. Have fun with this. Enjoy the process, right? Treat it like it's a show. Some days you get a standing ovation, some days you get booed off the stage. It's all pretend, right? I know in your real life it's not pretend, but be willing to accept it that way. Be willing to treat it that way. Not that you're not taking it seriously. You wouldn't be doing all this work if you didn't. But to have fun with it. And to don't, and not to, I'm sorry, give me the right words to say, Spirit. They're saying just be open to whatever comes your way. Like improv, right? Go with the flow. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. And then the Strength card. Control, discipline, self-mastery. Become the master of your destiny, of your goal, of what you want to achieve. How do you do that? Through control, through discipline, through learning, through building a solid base, through manifesting, through trying and learning from every win and every, I'm going to say the word fail, but you're not really failing. Anything else you wanted to say about this? Okay. All right, y'all. So I have a final card for you. This is a postcard from Spirit, and on the back it says, "You are magic." I'll flip it over. I'll hold it up in case you want to take a screenshot of it. But I'm going to read it to you. All right. It says, "Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means you have to be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people." That's a big one. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have. Choose what your heart wants, and know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic nor take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on the list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Love you always and forever. That is a beautiful message. It's a reminder that what you're doing is worthwhile, that you are on a path to success, and to just claim it and own it and enjoy the journey, because no one is an overnight success. It's not a thing. But if you start comparing yourself to other people, it may feel like other people had it easier, got there more quickly, had more advantages. You don't know their whole story. But Spirit is working with you and what you have and with what your goal is, and they're helping you build it properly so that not only can you get everything you want, including being faster, but it will have longevity. It will last. All right, group 2, that's all I've got for you. I hope that helps. I hope it resonates. If it did, maybe give the video a thumbs up. It just helps my channel grow and helps other people get the videos and the messages and the readings that they may need or may be looking for. So thank you for that. Feel free to drop me a comment down below. I love reading your comments. I read every single one. I always do. So I thank you for those. And I will see you next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. All right, we are going to take a look at a goal that you have, a goal you want to achieve. And we're going to ask Spirit to tell us what steps you need to take. What do you need to do to get there? So your card is the Knight of Cups. Now let me see. I want Spirit to give me some indication of what goal we're reading here. That way you know if you're in the right place. Okay, so give me 1 second. Oh, okay. Spirit is saying that you have a goal. You want to be loved. You want to be worthy of love. You want to attract love. You want to be love, and you want to love someone or just yourself more. Anything else you want to say about that, Spirit? Spirit is saying in order to love and be loved, you need to be love itself, if that makes sense. You need to embody love. Okay? All right, so hopefully that tells you if you're in the right place. If not, check out one of the other readings. If you're not sure, that's okay. Stick around. There might be some messages here for you, even if the whole reading isn't entirely for you. Your gut will tell you when there's a message that's meant for you. And you can just leave the rest for everybody else. All right, let's see what Spirit can tell us. Okay. All right, we have the Six of Wands in reverse, Justice, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed. And we're going to pull one more as the advice card from Spirit. And the advice card is the Five of Swords reversed. Okay, and I have another deck we'll look at after, and a final message card from Spirit. But first, let me take these cards in, get some initial messages from Spirit for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. So give me just a second, y'all. Spirit is saying, if you haven't been open to love in a while, if you've been closed off for some reason, whether it's to yourself or to others, you may find it challenging to open up. They're saying it's because it may feel like sadness at first as your heart starts to open. So you may think you're sad when really you're just starting to feel more. For those of you whose hearts are already open, but you can't seem to attract the love that you want. Say that again, Spirit. The Spirit is saying you actually need to be very aware of your feelings, because it just like the group who knows they've been closed off to love, it can be similar for those who have been seeking love, searching for love, reaching for love for a while and haven't found it. And that's because in some way, differently, but in some way, y'all are similar in that your heart chakra is out of balance. That needing love indicates an imbalance in your heart just as much as being closed off to love. It's just slightly different. Okay, anything else, Spirit? Okay, all right, so let's talk about the cards. So your first card is the Six of Wands in reverse. Spirit is telling me that in some way you feel a little bit like a failure, because it feels like everyone else can attract love. They love themselves. If they want love, they have it. And yet it has eluded you. And maybe for some of you, you've wondered, why for so long you didn't even want love. Did that mean something was wrong with you? And so what you really want is to just learn how to love yourself. Spirit is saying that you're feeling like a failure over any of this. All right, they're saying is absurd, but I don't know how to say that more softly, but they're just trying to say it's not necessary. You're not a failure. You're human. And we all have ups and downs, and you may feel like this is a cycle that you have been trudging through for a long time, but we all do it at some point in our lives. There's nothing wrong with you. And Spirit's saying, we're going to help you open up to be more aware of your feelings and what they mean, and how to rectify that and create more balance in your life. Spirit's saying you will turn this Six of Wands upright. The Six of Wands being a card of success, right? Okay. Then we have the Justice card. Spirit's saying everything works out in the end for everyone. We have good days, we have bad days. We have times when we love and we are loved, and we have times when we don't and we aren't. We have times when we love ourselves, and there's times when we struggle with that. It's a human condition. But in the end, there's no more or no less for anyone, so don't compare yourself. Don't look at anyone else's situation and assume they've been blessed where you have not. They've been gifted with something where you have not. They're dealing with challenges too, and if they aren't today, they have in the past. I'm sure they will in the future. I don't wish that on anyone. It's just the way life works. So Spirit's just saying, just relax. There's nothing wrong with you. It isn't even about you at all. It's more about an awareness of, they're saying your chakras, getting those in balance, and an awareness of how you feel at any given time, and not masking that feeling and telling yourself it's something that it's not. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Spirit's acknowledging that you've been feeling stuck in some way when it comes to, again, love, being loved, loving yourself. They're saying like trapped in the mud. Like you're trying this, you're trying that, you're trying to open up, you're trying to be more whatever, and you don't seem to be making any real progress. You know, maybe you've been reaching out and trying to meet people and, you know, putting yourself out there, and nothing clicks. And it's got you feeling disappointed. Or maybe you're just disappointed in yourself and you don't know why you can't love yourself more, when you know intellectually that you're actually very lovable, right? You do. But you beat yourself up sometimes. Spirit's saying, we're going to help you get moving forward again. Don't worry. That's what this is about. So then we have the King of Pentacles reversed. And what they're saying to me is comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. You may think you're trying this. You may think you're trying that. You may think you're trying to open up. And it's not that you're doing the wrong thing. Because if you're doing anything, that's great. Like Spirit is proud of you for trying. If you're not trying at all, it's time to try, right? Make an effort. So what does that mean, make an effort? Try something different. Do something new. Get out of old habits. Get out of old scenarios. Stop saying, no, I can't do that. No, I would hate that. No, that's going to make me feel uncomfortable. No, I can't wear that or go there. Or Spirit saying, stop with the no's. Start saying yes. Yes to yourself. Yes to invitations from others, as long as you feel safe, of course. Start saying yes to, Spirit is saying adventure, right? They almost said, or maybe it was me wanting to say yes to being happy. But when we are doing something that makes us uncomfortable, when we're getting out of our comfort zone, it doesn't always feel like we're doing something that makes us happy. It feels like we're doing something scary. So it's really saying yes to adventure, to trying something. If it isn't any fun, if it doesn't work, if it doesn't help you, if it doesn't bring anyone your way, okay, no big deal. Try something else. Shake things up. Start doing something a little differently. Start saying yes to life, to adventure. Okay, all right. Got another deck here, so we're gonna get some more cards and see what else Spirit can tell us. What more can you do to attract love, to love yourself, to love and be loved, maybe be loved more by someone who's already in your life, or to love them more? Spirit's saying it all amounts to the same thing in their eyes. Because when there's a block in love, it's a block in you. And we're going to help you. Spirit's saying we're going to help you break down that door, break down that block, break down that wall, so that you can get what you're striving for, so you can achieve your goal. Okay. All right. So we have 3 of Cups, 8 of Needles, which is the 8 of Swords, King of Matches or King of Wands in reverse. Okay. And the 2 of Buttons or the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to pull one more for your advice card. And we have King of Buttons or King of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. 2 King of Pentacles in reverse. That very much that get yourself unstuck, uncomfortable. But we'll talk about the advice in a minute. So 6 of Wands reverse and the 3 of Cups. And I'll read you the words on here. It says friendship, community, and involvement. Spirit saying what you really need and want, probably, you may be aware of it or not, is connection. We call it love, we call it friendship, we call it lots, other things. But what your soul needs is connection. If you have been feeling like a failure in that area, right, and connecting with someone in your life, and connecting with yourself and loving yourself, in attracting people to connect with, whether they be friends or romantic, it's not a failure. It's an opportunity to learn something new about yourself and to grow beyond some boundaries that you have around you, that you have built up around you, whether you did it on purpose or not, and whether you're aware of it or not. Your heart has some boundaries around it. And so the real goal for Spirit, your goal is love. Spirit's goal is to break down those boundaries and to open up your heart, balance your heart. Okay. So then we have Justice and we have the 8 of Swords. And let me read you the words on this. It says imprisonment, self-victim, and entrapment. Spirit's saying you're not trapped. No matter how much you think you are, no matter how much you think you've been held back, or that something has prevented you from finding love or experiencing love, it's not real. It's just a matter of your heart space. So Spirit's saying the first step you have to do is to recognize that nothing is holding you back from your goal, from what you want. No one is pulling you, your spirit guides are not pulling you back and refusing to allow love into your life. Or, putting thoughts in your head so that you don't love yourself, or anything like that. The first step toward reaching your goal is to acknowledge that you can achieve it, that there's nothing stopping you. You just need to create some balance and some awareness. Anything else on that, Spirit? Okay, again, they're saying be love. Embody love. If you want love to come into your life, start looking at your life, all aspects of your life, through the eyes of love. Turn down that radio dial of negativity or disappointment or any kind of bitterness or and any negative feelings. Turn that dial down until you can't hear it anymore, and turn up the dial that allows you to see your life with loving eyes. And Spirit's saying right now, just look around you. Look around you and see what's there, whether you're inside, outside, wherever you are. And just acknowledge, whether you feel strongly about it or not, right? But just say it. If you're looking at the curtains on your window, I love those curtains, right? I love the color paint on the walls. I love the rug that's on the floor. I love this neighborhood. Whether you really feel that or not, whether you feel strongly, start loving the things in your life. And that will allow your heart chakra to expand and open up. It starts with something that easy, honestly. Okay. So then we have the Knight of Pentacles and the the Knight of Pentacles reversed and the King of Wands reversed. And the words on here say poor leader, unrealistic, and overbearing. Spirit saying you feel stuck, right? Like you're in the mud. We've already talked about you're not stuck. You can do this. You can do this right now. But your mind is telling you, oh no, that's unrealistic. I can't just go out right now and find someone to love, or I can't just decide today to love myself. It's not that easy. Spirit is saying, stop leading yourself down that rabbit hole. Stop telling yourself no. Stop telling life no. Stop accepting no as an answer to yourself. You are love. All you have to do is acknowledge it and be it, live it. The rest will come. It'll just come. It'll light the spark that the King of Wands has on his wand. It'll light that flame, and the more you do it, the more you practice it, the bigger that flame gets. And the bigger the flame gets, the more others are attracted to it, right? the more you love yourself, the more you are warmed by it, and so are others, and drawn to it. Okay. So then we have the King of Pentacles reversed and the Two of Pentacles reversed. And the plates on here say, the words on here say spinning plates, overwhelmed, and overcommitted. What did you want to say about this? Yeah, they're wanting you, well, they're recognizing that you need to find some balance. Okay. They're acknowledging when I originally said plates at the wrong time, but the main words on here at the top say spinning plates, and what they're giving me is what happens a lot is we're out there wanting to attract love, wanting to bring more connection into our lives. And so we're spinning these plates, right? It's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of show. It's a lot of really hoping somebody will notice you're spinning this plate and be impressed by it. Spirit saying, let go of what other people think. The right people or person, the right connection will be attracted to the love in you, not the show you put on. And I'm not saying you guys are out there putting on a show, but it's just mentally trying to do whatever so that people will like us, whether that is agreeing with someone when we don't, not telling them the truth about ourselves, not telling ourselves the truth about us, trying too hard to attract from our looks rather than from our heart, judging ourselves based on our bodies or what we can put on them or what they can accomplish or how much money we have in the bank or how much love we have or don't have in our lives. All of that, whether you realize it or not, is a show. It's not real. The only thing that's real is your heart. And when you open up your heart and you just allow yourself to be who you are and to live from a place of love, again, looking at everything around you, including the people, and acknowledging, at least, in your head and your heart, oh, okay, that stranger across the street, I love that person. What a great coat they have on. What beautiful shoes. Oh, that person has a wonderful smile. It's just a place of embodying love and finding love everywhere. Finding things that you love, people that you love, finding reasons to love all around you instead of finding reasons not to. And then you can drop those plates because those spinning plates don't matter. People will just love you for who you are, and you will love yourself for who you are, and your heart chakra will come into balance. It will open up enough, but not too much, and it will just feel whole and natural and good. Okay. Anything else before we go on to the advice cards? Okay. All right, so we have the Five of Swords reversed, and the King of Buttons or King of Pentacles reversed again. The words on here say avarice, unsavvy, and rigidity. With the Five of Swords reversed, Spirit is again saying, okay, I'll tell you exactly what they said. They said, stop flipping life off. Maybe you do that, maybe you don't, but it's a feeling of looking around you and not loving what you see. You know, if you notice on this card, I don't know if you can see it, but this person is, you know, got the swords, they're walking away, sticking their tongue out. Like, who needs you anyway? And I'm not saying you have that attitude at all, but this imbalance in your heart chakra is coming from some kind of blockage, some kind of boundary, where you're either looking outward at life and finding things that you don't like, that you just want to flip off, or you're looking inward and you're doing that to yourself, or both. And you may not, you know, hearing this, you may go, I don't do that, but just sit on that. You know what I mean? Just let that kind of simmer in yourself for a bit if you disagree, because I think if you sit on it and pay attention, you'll find that feeling pop up. And when it does, just try to remember Spirit's message to stop and look around you and decide you love all the things around you, even if it's something that really does annoy you, right? Where I am right now, I have lots of traffic that goes by. You guys can probably hear it sometimes. I can decide, God, I hate this noise. I hate it. Want to flip it off, right? But the noise is an indication that I'm in a place that has a lot of things happening and a lot of things going on and a lot of activity and a lot of people. And I love that. And I chose this location because of that. So when I hear that noise, I start saying, I love that traffic noise. Part of me, little tiny part of me is like, liar, right? Shut that, turn the dial down on that guy or that girl. Just turn her down, turn that voice down. And even if it feels like you're lying a little bit, just do it anyway, just try it. Because it's really hard to love and hate at the same time. So just decide to love. All right. And then with this King of Buttons, King of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit is wanting you to shake it off. Shake it off. Recognize that you have something to learn here, but also recognize that this doesn't have to be a hard lesson. It doesn't have to be a lesson that takes weeks, months, years to accomplish. It could start today, right now. Get out of your comfort zone. Start saying yes to life. Start loving everything you see, even if you don't, right? Because I know what it's like to not love myself also. And sometimes you can look in the mirror and go, God, you know, and you just want to hate yourself for whatever's going on that day. Even if you don't believe it in that moment, just say you love it anyway. You know, I love the way I look in that dress. I love the way I look in that photo. Even if you don't believe it, just try saying it and then moving on. Before that voice in your head starts saying, yeah, but you don't really. Say it, move on to something else that you do love. Just keep trying that. Just keep trying it. Okay. Anything else before we get to the final message card, Spirit? Okay. All right. Okay. So your card, it's postcard from Spirit. On the back it says you are love. And I'm going to hold this up. Just sometimes people like take a screenshot of it. But I'm going to read it to you. Hold on one sec. It says, dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's a time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and to take root in your heart before they reach your mind. I'm going to stop there. Allow the idea of just loving everything around you to happen. Just allow it to happen before your brain can say no, and then move on. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with spirit in a profound way, so you can receive your music directly from source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune in to what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Loving you always. This message is a reminder to slow down. You don't have to try so hard to attract love, to force yourself to love yourself. Just be love, right? When you see something that annoys you, find a reason to just say in your head, I love that because, and then move on. Like, don't dwell on that thing that you don't really love. Move on. And just start allowing. Don't try so hard to attract, to bring in love, to like whatever it is you feel like you have to do. Just stop. Focus on being love yourself, and the rest will happen naturally. It will come to you. And if you really do follow their advice, it will happen faster than you can even imagine. Because you are changing the energy field around you, you're opening your heart and balancing yourself. And whether people know it or not, they will be drawn to that. And you will find yourself in a new place of connection and love and friendship and being one with yourself. All right, now that's all I've got for you, but I hope that helps. I hope that gave you a little direction, a little bit of I felt like really good advice from Spirit on what to do and how to overcome this and reach your goal. It's totally reachable. You're not a failure. You're right on top of your goal. Just got to open up to it. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I love that you are here and sharing your energy with me. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye, y'all.